So here I am letting you guys know that I have a signature amp sim and it's free to download, 100% free forever.
Well, okay, Fluff. Sure, I'll try out your signature amp sim from ML Sound Labs. Why not? Let's dive in here and load up the Amped Roots Fluff Signature Amp Sim. So this is the way it comes when you first open it with the setting High Noon. And it's the 5034, which is the free version. And they have a bunch of presets here. You have a pedal board with a noise gate and a tube screamer. And then you have some settings across the front here. So you have input. You have effects on and off, which controls the pedal board. You have gain, low, mid, high, presence, volume. And then you can turn the cab sim on and off, and then you have your overall output. So let's hear what this sounds like. And as you can watch that. Right there, you can see that I'm getting a red LED indicator, which means my DI signal is clipping. So let's bring the input back. Okay, so that's pretty cool. It's a cool little feature. So let's start with the gain and see what that does. Okay, so I don't hear a whole lot of changes happening. Most of the action seems to be between 0 and right about here, and then not much changes here, and then the same thing at around 3 o'clock. That last little section there seems to be where all the action happens. So at 0, it is completely distorted.
And spoiler, there's no clean channel.
So the range of gain is pretty extreme all the way through. So let's go to lows. I'm going to leave the gain right around there, and lows. The low seems to be about the same in the sense that not much happens in the middle, and most of the action is at the tails of the rotation. So let's leave that back at noon and try mids. Right about there, I start to hear a main difference. Not much else through the rest of the rotation. And there, I can't really tell much of what's happening. It seems like I'm definitely adding some volume because I'm adding more mid-range frequencies, but it's not a huge difference. Let's try highs. Okay, so the high control definitely has some more play in it. There's a little more range of stuff to work with there, which is good. I like that. Let's try presence. Right about there, I start to hear a change. Right about there, it seems a little more mid-rangey and starts to beef up a little bit. And basically from 3 o'clock on, it seems to get really fat which is weird because it's presence. I would expect it to be more like a top end sort of thing, but it seems like it's more of a body kind of control. So anyway, let's try volume. Okay, so all the way down is completely off. Okay, so that seems not too extreme in any particular setting except for the off. I'm assuming this is kind of like on the PVs where it's more of like your post gain, like your power tube stage. So it just adds saturation and more body as well. And then let's go to output. So all the way down brings my, doesn't completely turn it off, but it brings the input down a little bit. Okay, so that gets pretty extreme. I'm not going to push all the way because it'll probably start clipping, so we don't want to do that. And let's just try a few presets real quick. Not a whole lot of differences there. All right, so the Fluff preset uses the noise gate and that's it. Okay, let's go and see what it sounds like for lead guitar. So it's the same guitar, same everything. So let's load amped roots and let's try alternative. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, let's add tube screamer in. And let's hear this now in the mix and see how we do as far as separation and things like that. All right, so here's the solo section, everything in the mix. Okay, one of the things that's cool about this plugin that I like, if you want to use like a different speaker IR, you can turn the cab sim off and then load something else. Because if you're using two instances of this, it could be, you might want to do something different to get some more separation. So let's try that. All right. So we have a different IR loader here. So let's see if this makes any difference in the mix. And we'll start with the regular Fluff. When I originally made this video, I almost missed this feature. Where the switch is for the cab on and off, there's also, it says IR. To load your own impulse response, you click IR, then go to your folder, load it up. And then if you want to get back to the stock settings, just use a preset. I think it's designed for simplicity, but it's a little bit, it's not very clear how that works. So that's a pretty cool feature to have in case you're using multiple instances of the same amp, then you have some options as far as separation goes. So let's go back to just the regular Fluff, and let's hear what this sounds like in a full mix. So my initial impression is it's not exactly the perfect sound for me personally, but it is a good sounding plugin, and if you're looking for something that only does high gain and does not have a whole lot of tweakable parameters to get lost in, this is perfect, and it's a free download, so it's definitely worth checking out for sure. So thank you to Fluff, and thank you to ML Sound Labs, and thanks to all of you for watching, and we'll see you all again real soon with a brand new video. Cheers.